morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my Let's Play The Elder Scrolls Online. In our last episode, we had just done the public dungeon here in Deshaun. Whether we made the right call, I'm not too sure. I feel like we did morally, but everybody that was kind of stuck there in the crypt, you know, they were okay with the situation, eating zombie flesh and whatnot. Kind of lame if you ask me. But for today, we actually had gone into one of the delves. I thought it was just going to be a regular old delve, no quest, nothing, just to get it out of the way. But it turns out there's one that kind of starts at the entrance here. So let's go ahead, head down the little shaft here, and we'll see what it is exactly. We have a dead dark elf, unfortunately. Let's see what it says here. Examine. Dark elf appears to have died before beside a nest of quama eggs. Examine the dark elf corpse. This dark elf appears to have died from his injury some time ago. A note rests near his hand. I should see what the note says. This is called Quama Egg Omelet. With the quama gone all crazy back home in Deep Crag, Mama Arilosi can't get the eggs she needs for her famous omelets. I'm going to take this bag and rustle up some eggs. She'll be so pleased, I just know it. I copied Mama's recipe below, so I know what I have to get. Step 1, find a quama mine. Check. Step 2, procure a quama egg. Check. Step 3, get out of the mine alive. Step 4, crack an egg into a large bowl. Step 5, whisk until the white and yolk combine. Step 6, add spices to taste. And step 7, bake and serve. So, yeah, he had made it through 2 of the 7 steps and died on the way out, unfortunately. But we're actually here to take a look at the map, and apparently we have to go all the way around and find the bag of quama eggs, and then we'll see where it takes us after that. Looks like we got a boss in here too. There we go. Nice and easy to take him out. And we have the bag of quama eggs. Okay, so now we have to exit Lady Laurel's shelter. And let's see what our journal says here. I found the bag of quama eggs mentioned in the note. Now I should leave the shelter. Okay, fair enough. See, now it wants us to talk to Mama Arilosi. Where would she be? Let's check and see. Show on map. Oh, she's all the way down there. Okay. So I guess we'll just hold on to this quest until we make our way around this area here. But actually for today, this is actually a good chance to kind of talk about what we're going to do. So obviously we got a little book right here. We'll read that. I was thinking though that we just finished Narsis here, right? So I feel like we will head back, talk to Naryu, see what she wants or where to go from there, where it directs us. I'm pretty sure it'll take us to the Shan or Mournhold here, the capital. But as long as it takes us there, then we'll come around the top side of this mountain, do the few quests around here, and then loop back around and do the stuff here at the bottom on the way to Mournhold. But let's go ahead and read this lore book here called Dark Ruins by Cirillo the Deranged. They call me mad and have branded me insane. I accept the title they have given me and wear it proudly as a badge of honor, for the name I now carry shows that I was willing to enter the dark places over and over again, to brave the ruins of madness and chaos to bring knowledge to the world. The 3 protect me from the things I've discovered and keep my mind clear long enough to share this knowledge with the world. I found my first Daedric ruin when I was a very young man. It was a hidden shrine from the past, dedicated to the anticipations of the tribunal. I was rounding up a number of quama scribs that had wandered away from the horde. I followed the scribs into a hidden canyon when I heard the pathetic cry of a lost scrib emerging from a crack in the canyon wall. I squeezed through the narrow gap to find that it opened into a large depression in the rock, but no simple cave had I wandered into. No, this place was full of carved stones that at once filled me with both wonder and deep fear. For the oppressive blocks of set stone were decorated with patterns of webbing and spider motifs, and the statue at the center of the space depicted none other than the anticipation of Vivek, the web spinner Mafala. Words carved into the base of the statue burned into my memory, never to be forgotten. Love is lust, lies are truth, death is life. They frightened me, but also excited me. The experience set me on a path that led to madness and knowledge. Though where one ends and the other begins, I cannot tell. I returned to my family's qualm of mine, escorting the scrib back to the herd. Then I packed a bag, said goodbye to my mother, and started my search for the hidden shrines and dark places where the Daedric ruins waited to be discovered. Not every ruined shrine waits beneath the ground. Some hide in open places that are far from inhabited lands. These might be overgrown vegetation or lost within the folds of rolling hills and craggy canyons. I've even visited a shrine that was hidden beneath the sea. Those shrines located in the underground caves are complexes and tend to... Those shrines located in underground caves and complexes tend to appear more ominous and oppressive than those happened upon in the great outdoors. But that could just be the influence of the ever-present darkness and awareness of the crushing walls of stone. Some of these ancient shrines stand alone in the darkness, but others serve as the focal point of great complexes, many of which are guarded by elaborate traps and vicious monsters, or both. I visited more than a dozen of these Daedric ruins, and a few were not as abandoned and unused as the temple would have you believe. There are still those among us who honor and even worship the Daedric princes, and I discovered more than a few fresh offerings and sacrifices in these dark places. But the true secret, the knowledge that has earned me my new name, for that I must ask you to keep an open mind and a firm resolve, because what I am about to reveal may sound unbelievable. It may even sound like the beginning of a campfire story, one intended to frighten before bedtime, but I assure you, this is no story. What did I find at that first shrine to the web spinner that I wandered into by luck and accident? What drove me from my parents' home in search of the other Daedric ruins? It was the voice, beautiful and seductive. It whispered to me, told me secrets that I never should have heard. The whispers emanated from the ancient, cracked statue. They echoed from the cavern walls. They reverberated through my mind, building in volume and intensity until they drowned out my own thoughts and memories. They frightened me, these whispers, but they also excited me, and I had to hear more. But the web spinner was done with me. She imparted her words of wisdom and dark secrets and fell silent. The place was once more abandoned, desolate. If I wanted to hear more, and I so very much wanted to hear more, I would have to find another shrine. And so my life's work was set before me. I had to find other secret places, other hidden ruins. I had to hear what the other Daedra had to say. Not because I worshipped them, not because I had fallen under some dark spell. No, I needed to learn more so that I could share it with the world. It was imperative, big word. It was my duty. But as I write these words, I find that I can't reveal what the whispers told me. My hand won't put down the whispers to paper. It refuses no matter how hard I try. It seems I have failed my mission. All I can do is tell you that there are secrets to learn, but it appears that if you want to learn them, you have to make the trip yourself. Visit the dark ruins, listen to the whispers. Perhaps you'll fare better than I, and the whispers won't drive you mad. Wow. That got me kind of wanting to find it, you know? That kind of motivated me to go searching some ruins real quick. But let's go make our way back to Naryu and see what she has to say.
I swear, I can't seem to finish a job without you showing up to complicate matters. Just give me a moment, would you? I'm right in the middle of something here.
Baron said you had some new information?
The documents you found in the Maulborn camp contained several names. A few appeared over and over. After a little bit of digging, I connected one of them to our target.
And why are you telling me this?
Because I also learned that Hlalu troops have been ambushed by superior Maulborn forces at the Obsidian Gorge. Our target leads those forces. We want the alchemist. Saving Hlalu troops isn't part of our mandate. But maybe together.
We could accomplish both things.
Now you've got it. Veron and I will join you shortly. We need to send our report and wait for our next orders. Stay safe. I'll see you soon, my friend.
She said that so seductively. It's like I'm maybe more than a friend to her, huh? Or she honeypotted me, you know, one or the other. So actually, our plan to go north here was the right call. So we'll just head along our road here. We'll meet the commander and take care of the Obsidian Gorge. And just so happened along the way, who's this? Got a scholar here, huh?
What's this Daedric ruin doing here? What's its purpose? Oh God, is there blood coming out of my hair?
Maybe he's one of those ones that chased and went crazy, huh? So now we have a pocket guide to Mournhold. Welcome, traveler. Welcome to Mournhold, the city of light and magic. This pocket guide was prepared with great care for you in the year 2nd Era 481. And as such, you can rest assured that it is current and up to date, even enough to provide you, to provide for you every need. As the capital of Mournhold, or Morrowind, Mournhold is the greatest city in Tamriel. Travelers bring prayers and commerce to our streets, and we are ecstatic to receive you. Please understand that with so many pilgrims gathering every day, you may occasionally encounter outlanders who seem lost, overwhelmed, or even frustrated by the bustle of the layout of the city. To accommodate all visitors, the city registrars have compiled a few useful instructions on places and activities you may enjoy, as well as mandates from the tribunal you must adhere to. Observe, learn, and enjoy your stay. Reverence. Dunmer from the farthest reaches of Morrowind and beyond arrive each day to pray and show reverence for the living gods of the tribunal. If you are one of our Dunmerian brothers or sisters, you already know the proper ways to show obedience to the three tribunes, Almalexi, Vivek, and Sothasil. Sacred shrines throughout the city, including the Tribunal Temple, are ready to receive your donations. If you are a non-Dunmer visitor visiting our city, no doubt by observing our citizens, you will pick up the proper modes of obeisance. Obeisance? I don't know how to say that, man. The safest course of action remains the simplest. Do as the Dunmer do. Say what the Dunmer say, and be mindful of where you walk. Remember, do not panic when you see heretics submitting to the justice of the tribunal. The registrar would like to assure you that we are well practiced in dealing with heretics. Your safety remains one of our greatest concerns. The Great Bazaar. Mournhold stands as the mercantile heart of Morrowind. We welcome your business. If this is your first time to our great city, feel free to ask the City Watch for the most direct and safest route to one of our merchant districts. The Great Bazaar, the largest and most heavily patrolled of our markets, should serve as a destination spot during your stay. Make sure to see a seasonal event at one of our outdoor theaters, catch a wandering passion play in a town square, or listen to a public choir in one of our well-groomed parks. And know that every purchase you make grants you a little piece of Mournhold to take with you when you depart. Please, however, be sure to make purchases only from registered and licensed merchants. This is the only way to ensure that proper fees and excises are collected. Plaza Brindisi Doram. Troubled souls can find peace wandering through the statuary and gardens of Brindisi Duram. Just as trees and flowers reach toward the sky to seek the nourishment of the sun, the citizens of Mournhold raise their arms in prayer to the wisdom of the tribunal. May you find solace here. The Tribunal Palace? Many travelers cannot wait to visit the Tribunal Palace, where the living gods of Morrowind reside. Please understand that while we welcome your zealous enthusiasm, the ordinators may take issue with displays of excessive zeal. As always, everything in moderation. If your enthusiasm gets the better of you, tribunal shrines located throughout the city are available to collect donations to atone for your transgressions. Whatever you seek, you can find it in Mournhold. Our priest, registers, and city guards will make sure of that. Enjoy your stay. Okay, cool. Let's continue on our way down here. Oh.
No
Kinda hanging out.
screeching spellcasting witch will best Norgrid Hardhelm. Oh, my head.
He naked? He's looking a little bit naked. Yeah, he is.
My head. Where am I?
What are you doing out here? And why aren't you wearing pants?
No pants? Oh, let me think. I was escorting a witch to Narsis. She got frisky, but I'm a married man. After that, my memories get hazy. I think she cast a spell on me and took a valuable axe. It's been in my wife's family for generations.
Sounds like you have a problem.
My wife will kill me if I lost her axe. Oh, my head. Hey, you could find that screeching witch and get the axe back. I think we had a small camp nearby. I'll catch up to you after my head stops hurting.
Okay, I'll try to find the witch and the axe.
If I come back without that axe, Vigna will never forgive me. And her mother, she'll give me that look.
What? Look.
The one that says her daughter married a fool. Well, Norgrid Hardhelm is no fool. A witch cast a spell. That's the only explanation for why that axe left my hands.
Is it though? Sure you didn't just get drunk, lose it? Because that sounds like a possibility too. Oh, is Vigna the witch his wife?
What do you want?
Are you a witch?
Of course not. Let me guess. You met my drunken fool of a husband, Norgred. I'm sure he was remorseful, hungover, and making up stories.
He said a witch took his axe and his pants.
He lost the axe of Halmer's Stormhand and tried to blame a witch? What he did was drink too much last night. He was bellowing about witches and plague husks when I came back with my herbs. Then he ran off half-dressed, waving the axe and yelling incoherently.
I said I'd find the axe. Any idea where I should look?
I'd be grateful if you found it too. Norgred probably dropped it near that house by the water where the plague husks have gathered. It's not that far, just down the hill. Maybe you'll find his pants there while you're at it.
Okay. So let's see where we're gonna go here. That's not too far. Just a little bit down the path there. Apparently there's a house. So let's go and get that axe, huh? So we have his pants, and I believe the axe should be inside here. There we go. Axe of Halmer Stormhand. There we go. Now let's go return it to the lovely couple.
Oh, I am so doomed.
I didn't find a witch, but I did meet your wife.
My wife? What about the witch? Oh, gods. I need to get that axe back.
Here's the axe. I found it in a house surrounded by plague husks.
I think I remember fighting those husks. But thanks for finding the axe of Halmer Stormhand. I don't like it when Edvigna gets upset. She gets very loud.
Speaking of loud, I think I hear your wife coming now.
These don't look like my pants, but thank you for finding the axe. I wish I could find that witch and teach her not to tangle with Norgrid Hardhelm.
There she comes. She gonna have some words with him?
There's my brave, pantsless warrior. Do you remember anything from last night?
There you are, my sweet. Briar Heart. I battled a witch last night.
Was she frightened off by your nakedness? Put some pants on, you sot.
Well, I don't want to see what it's gonna be like when they get home. Not gonna be good.
No one goes into the gorge. Got that?
Do we say why the pass is closed?
Tell them there's death in the pass. Leave it at that.
Yes, Commander.
Commander.
The gorge is
No,
closed.
wrong one.
If you're going to Mournhold, find a different way.
Speak to Captain Deril if you need something.
Narsis sent me to provide assistance.
About damn time we got some help out here. We're outmatched. Captain Deril will give you a little more insight into what's happening here.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you're planning to use the pass to Mournhold, find another route. It's not safe.
What's going on?
The Maulborn have overrun the traders' camp and occupied the pass. By the authority of House Hlalu, this area is closed. It's a death trap.
And what's your plan?
We sent in some scouts to assess the situation, but they haven't returned. I don't want to march in there blindly, but we can't wait much longer.
I'll locate your I'll locate your scouts and find out what's happening.
This pass is too important to allow it to fall into the Maulborn's hands.
So, what's so important about Obsidian Gorge?
It's the primary trading route between Mournhold and the west. It's also home to a traders' camp. Every caravan that comes through this part of Deshan depends on that camp.
And why have the Maulborn occupied the pass?
That's an excellent question. Harassing caravans seems to go against their usual method of operations, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. Okay, so looks like we gotta found the Hlalu scouting party. So let's head down, see what we can find, huh? Oh, they're just right here. We're just gonna let them be right here. It's close to them, huh?
Need to report back. Maulborn. They're trying to make the plague stronger.
Deril sent me. What are the Maulborn planning?
The alchemist who created the Lotus Plague. Merdendril. He's making it stronger. More potent. The Maulborn plan to smuggle it into Mournhold. Infect the whole city. There's no time. You need to stop them.
How do I stop them?
The Maulborn can't bring cargo through the city gates without official papers. They're carrying forged shipping manifests.
So if I steal those manifests, they won't be able to bring the plague into the city.
Maybe. It's worth a try. Take out some of the Maulborn down in the traders' camp. Get those forged papers.
Oh man, these guys are playing smart. Actually got somebody else to talk to here.
Kothar's the name. I was working as a guard in the training camp before the Maulborn attacked. This elven scout was lucky I came along when I did. She was getting her arse handed to her.
And how did you survive?
Did what I was taught to do. When outnumbered, I hide. Not the bravest move, but it kept the two of us alive. Listen, if you're going down there, I could use your help. I need some things from the camp.
What kind of things?
Things that are too important to fall into the hands of the Maulborn. They're in 3 locked chests, so you'll need to get the keys first.
And where can I find the keys?
3 of the merchants I worked for wore the keys on chains around their necks. They were the first to fall when the Maulborn attacked, but I don't think their bodies were searched very thoroughly.
So why do you need these keys? What's in the chests?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. All I can tell you is I swore to guard those chests with my life. That ought to give you some idea of their importance.
I mean, kinda. Not really, though. But I'll do it nonetheless. Either way. Okay. Here we go. 1 manifest down. That's another. It's not, but this seems like something I could read here. House Lalu Merchant Camp. Visiting traders and merchants, please adhere to the rules of this caravan camp. All merchants and their caravan crews are welcome to use the camp and its facilities. Absolutely no buying, selling, fighting, dumping, or wild parties allowed within the confines of the camp. The nearby ruins are dangerous and off limits to unauthorized visitors. Stay out of the ruins for your own safety. Please leave the camp in the same condition as when you arrived. Clean up after your crew and leave nothing behind. These guys are not doing that. Not at all. Leaving a big old mess. We got 1 more manifest to get, but we're going to head up here and try to get this key. There we go. Got all the manifests. There you go. Got 1 of the keys. Also now we just go talk to the scout with the manifests. But let's get these keys and chests first. Keys, and I believe the rest of them should just be right around there, just in the 1 general area. There we go. There's 1 of them. And I think I saw something, yeah, a little scroll back here. What is this? Kothal's contract. The House Lalu Recorder. This contract serves as a binding agreement of services between the merchants of the Obsidian Gorge and Kothal Iron Fist, in which Kothal Iron Fist pledges to protect said merchants, travelers, and house officials for the duration of said contract. Pledgee promises to patrol the grounds for signs of unjust, escorting travelers through the pass as required, and defending all representatives of House Lalu and their possessions, even at the cost of his own life, if absolutely necessary. This contract shall be in effect for a total of 30 days. Upon completion of said contract, pledgee will be rewarded with a lump sum of gold as agreed to under a separate letter of employment. Renewal of this contract is possible, pending a performance review by House Lalu and agreement of all concerned parties. That's why he wants it. He wants to get that contract renewed, huh? Can't say I blame him, you know, good work. go. 2 down, 1 more to get over here. Perfect. And I believe there's also a lore book over here, right? I'll try and read it in a place that I won't be seen by an enemy. But this is Sanctioned Murderer. In the Journal of Maulborn, however you pronounce his name. For as long as I can remember, my life has been devoted to one thing, taking the lives of others. Those were not random killings. Only those who fell afoul of the law or who wronged the House of Morrowind, or who desecrated the sacred teachings of the tribunal were fair game. Their lives were mine to take, given to me, you might say, because they deserve to die, and I was very good at killing. My victims were almost unaware, or mostly unaware, that I was coming for them. Some knew they had wronged others, murdered an innocent, stole from the houses, even bedded another's lover, but they would always claim they had done nothing wrong, that I was mistaken, that I had the wrong man or woman with a blade at a throat. However, it's amazing how honesty and completely one makes a confession. I'm really dyslexic today. One after another, I ended them, a swift slice across the throat. The shallow flesh parted, the thin veins severed cleanly. They would try to scream, but they would only choke on the crimson gore that filled their lungs. I delighted in death. It filled me with a pleasure I could find in no other activity. This was my life. This was who I was. People feared me, loved me, and my brothers and sisters pushed us away and then embraced us as the need arose. Some days we were held as heroes, others as murderers. Those in power fell to our secret blades, and then those who gave us the orders followed. But there was a mistake, a flaw in the process. We had grown too perfect. We had extracted justice from innocent blood. Such is the way, even with the most clear-cut contract. There's always a chance that the law is wrong, that it made a mistake. The contract never lies, but it isn't always correct either. Even the smallest of actions, harmless as they may seem, can cause a tidal wave of destruction for those following behind. A fool's pride veils his judgment. In a moment of passion, blood scrawled upon the wall says it all. Morag Tong. Those words scream out, loud and insistent. They echo throughout the world, labeling us as ruthless killers that follow no rules, that have no laws. The Tong, always hidden, working in secret, suddenly fell under scrutiny. They wanted to drag us out of the shadows and into the light. We withdrew deeper into the shadows. Our contracts became fewer, our jobs turned into smaller tasks. We ran errands for bored house nobles. We endured, and we obeyed. We remained loyal. We swore on our lives to uphold the cause, and we will not turn our backs on it now, no matter the level of difficulty facing us. Even if the world had turned its back on us, we would stay the course. Our leaders whisper to us. They tell us to practice patience. They assure us that the day shall come when our hand of justice once again reaches out to grasp the world. Coming darkness will soon sweep the land, and the Morag Tong will once more be needed. We will once again become relevant. But I am old and my days wind down. I prepare for my trip to Valnara, and I must pass this mantle to someone younger now, someone less experienced, less wise. My son and my daughter will soon take up the dagger, but they have not seen our greatness. They must forge a new path for the Morag Tong. The darkness of war comes, and no one shall be spared from its wrath. The Morag Tong must put aside the wrongs it has endured. We must be ready. Morag Tong, huh? That's actually pretty interesting. I wonder if that's... Sorry, excuse me. I wonder if that's who Naryu and Varen went for, is the Morag Tong.
Did you get the stuff from the locked chests?
What was so important about these trinkets? Why should I care if the Maulborn get them?
Yeah. Fact is, I kind of lied to you. Those merchants owed me weeks of back pay, and now they're dead. My family will starve without that money. Those trinkets you recovered may not seem like much, but they'll feed my family for a year.
You know, you should have told me the truth from the beginning.
I could not risk it. I'm sorry I misled you, but I can't let my children go hungry.
And I could choose to make him turn it into the authorities, but honestly, he was wronged, and I don't care. They're not my trinkets. I don't give a fuck. So, you know, feed your family, dude.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'll find a way to make up for this. I swear it.
And then we'll go over here and talk to the scout.
The manifests. Did you get them?
Here they are.
Good. This should buy us enough time to act.
Act? What's the next step?
Good question. Before we strike back, we need to gather our swords. I wish I knew how many of the others survived.
Where should I look for the surviving scouts?
I think most of them were captured. I saw some of them dragged off toward that cave to the north. I'll report to Diril and let him know what's happening here. You go to the cave and see if you can find the others.
Okay, we'll do that. This looks like we're gonna go around this way to the other side of the camp.
Those Nyx hounds won't take me. Won't make me into a husk. Bled myself with my own blade. No use to them now. That'll show them.
Hang on, open your eyes. Come on.
What was I saying? Did Scout Marmine send you? I was glad she got away. The others, they're all gone.
All gone?
I've seen what the plague does to a body. I won't let it take me. But if the wards were destroyed...
Wards? What wards?
Arcane wardstones that make the Maulborn immune to the plague. A gift from someone called Vox. Sure would be a shame if those Aelids came down with their own plague. How about you smash those wards that are protecting them?
That's a great idea. Where are they out? Or, sorry, where are the other scouts at?
I heard them crying out in the darkness. The plague's taken them. They've turned. The wards. Concentrate on the wards. There are 3 of them. Smash them all.
I'll definitely do what I can.
Those wards keep the Maulborn from getting infected by their plague. Smash them, and may the plague take them all.
And where are these wards, even though I think you just told me?
Down into the cave. The same place they dragged the others. May the 3 watch over their souls now.
Okay, easy enough. Down into the cave I go. We got 3 of these to smash. Should be easy enough. Looks like somebody already kind of cleared out most of the enemies here. Smash that one up. And one more over here. Nobody guarding it. You know, something that protects them as much as this stuff does, you'd think that they would protect it more.
I need aid!
But they did not at all. Only one small group of people. Oh well, not my stuff. Not my plague.
Good, you're still alive. Scout Marmine told us she sent you to this cave. Veron says he knows you from Narsis. He and his ally have offered their assistance.
What do you need me to do?
We have to proceed cautiously. I don't want any more of my soldiers getting infected. But the Maulborn have to be dealt with. For good.
I destroyed the arcane wards protecting them from the plague. That might help.
Ah! That changes things. We've spotted the plague shipment they planned for Mournhold. I want those crates destroyed, but I need my troops at a safe distance when it happens.
Any ideas?
Always. A cliff overlooks their loaded wagons, and I've got archers up there. Get to Nariu Virian. Tell her to have the archers shatter the crates from above. We'll see how the Maulborn like being exposed to their own plague.
Okay, I'll protect the archers while they do their work.
Good idea. Exactly what we need. On your way then. That tunnel will take you to the top of the cliff.
Let's go. You know, honestly, I think there's supposed to be enemies along the way here, but I think there's a guy ahead of us. Killed everybody along the way. Makes it easy for us.
Archers, to your positions.
Oh, hey, girl.
Once the arrows start flying, they'll be on us in no time. Here they come.
This should honestly be pretty easy. Yeah. Nice little cakewalk.
You've doomed us all. Prepare to die.
We did it! All right, back to the cave.
Did they get them all? I hope so. I didn't really get to see that part.
Change of plans. Those crates the archers destroyed. The plague is spreading quicker than dragon's breath. Can't go that way.
How's it spreading so quickly?
Hey, I'm not an alchemist. I can only tell you what Veron told me. That stuff is potent. It spreads like wildfire. As soon as it touches skin, people transform into husks.
That's extremely quick. Jesus. Okay.
I warned that fool Deril not to go on ahead. If he's not a husk yet, he's probably a feast for one. That plague moves like lightning.
Where did Deril go?
He took some troops to the southern side of the gorge. He's looking for the Maulborn leader, the alchemist. I don't know if he made it that far or not.
Okay, I'll go find him, get to safety.
Don't need to tell us twice. We'll stay on high ground until the plague dissipates. If you find Deril and he's turned, do what you have to. Understand?
I'll take care of it. Okay, so now we have to go down there? Yeah, we sure do, don't we? Maybe though, since we don't have a soul, right? Maybe that kind of protects us from the plague. Though I don't know how, but kind of just speculating here. We seem to be immune in some way or another. Oh, we made it. Look at him.
By Aeum! You've run through a gauntlet of plague and death, yet you aren't sick. How?
You know, I'm honestly not quite sure.
We'll consider it a blessing of the tribunal for now and leave it at that. The Maulborn who haven't fallen to the plague are in retreat. We've just one final matter to attend to.
And what's that?
We've got Medindril, the alchemist who created the Lodos plague, cornered in these ruins. We need to capture him and find out how he did it. With you at our side, we can't fail.
Then what are we waiting for?
That's the spirit. We're right behind you. Remember, we have to find out how the plague was made. Then we can get to work on making a cure. Let's go.
All right, man. Let's do it.
On your guard. We don't know what's up ahead. Look everywhere. Any clues we find may lead us to the cure.
Okay. Just gonna ransack his place for all these ingredients, though, for sure. Nothing to read up here, unfortunately. Looks like it's just the one thing right there, but, you know, just to make sure. Alchemical recipes.
What did you find? What is that? That's the recipe for the Lodos plague. We've done it!
Oh.
Wait. What's happening?
Did the plague touch them?
You resist my plague? Let's try a stronger version.
No. No,
Oh,
not
no, no.
that.
Oh, no.
Ah!
I didn't want to do it,
You
man.
didn't think it would be that easy, did you? I
Yeah,
shall
kinda.
experiment upon your body.
He's gone, dead as fuck. Unfortunately, we had to kill Dero, man. I didn't want to. I had a feeling it would come to that, though.
I told you, Veron. Our champion survives.
Oh, he didn't have faith in me, huh?
What happened in there? Where's Dyril? He's gone, isn't he?
Unfortunately, yeah. We killed the plague creator, but Dero fell in the battle.
He died valiantly, then. Did you learn anything in there that would help us?
The alchemist's lab is inside the ruins, and all of his notes on the plague are there.
Praise Vivek. With the notes, we can finally craft a cure. The Maulborn have fallen to their own plague. The merchants are already returning to their camp.
What about the clouds of plague?
The stuff in the crates was extremely potent, but also very short-lived. It came and went fast, and we haven't seen any more afflictions. But if this had reached Mournhold...
That didn't happen, right?
Still, we can't lower our defenses yet. This was just one piece of the Maulborn scheme. But for now, the Gorge and Mournhold are safe.
Good. Okay, and now we can talk to Varen to get the next part of the quest, but we are going to go ahead and end there for today. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.